Alright fam, today I'll be teaching you why your Facebook ads are not getting sales. So if you're running Meta ads and you're not seeing the results you desire, the sales you want to see, then I will tell you why. I'm giving you also the 3 solutions to it. Now, the first solution to why you're not seeing sales when running Meta ads is that you are not using the right ad objectives. If you want to see sales, if you want to make explosive sales, then you must use the right ad objectives when running ads. It's very, very important. Don't go and start using the traffic objective. And there's a mistake I made recently. I was trying to use the sales objective, and then even though I wanted them to go to WhatsApp, and it cost me a lot, I didn't get any result. I almost wasted my money. So understand what each ad objective is, and then choose the right ad objective. And for sales, the 2 major type of ad objective you should be using if you want to make sales is the lead objective or the sales objective. Now I'll break down these two. The lead objective is you running ads to get people to message you on WhatsApp, yes, or Messenger or Instagram, but I will recommend WhatsApp. Why am I recommending WhatsApp? Because when you recommend WhatsApp, you have their phone numbers, and the good about having a prospect's phone number is that they can follow them up easily via phone call, via text message, and via WhatsApp message. And this is the 3 type of follow-up you should even use when running ads. If you want to know about follow-up, I did a video on follow-up. Check it out on my page. So use the lead generation objective. Yes, run ad for people to message you on WhatsApp. Very, very, very important, so that they inquire about your services, your products and your services, and then they buy from you and you can follow them up. Don't start using the traffic objective or your engagement objective or those other objectives. That is not the right objective you should use if you're running Meta ads. If not, you will just be wasting your time. Yes, a lot of digital marketers are making this mistake. Yes, and I always support the lead generation or the lead objective. Why? Because it helps you get a lot of contacts. And if you're running ads in a country like Nigeria, where I'm shooting this video from and where I'm based currently, you will know that having contacts is very, very important. Yes, having leads message you on WhatsApp is important, because you can add them to a WhatsApp group and begin to have a community from there. Especially if you sell hair, if you're a makeup artist, if you're a food vendor, having a community with those leads together is very, very important. I've told my clients, this thing, and they are benefiting from it heavily, because when you add them to your community, I'll create a group with those phone numbers and open the community. You send screenshots of payments, you send testimonials, you send order requests. This will spur more persons to want to buy from you. So you can see how lead generation campaign can lead to many other things and also encourage sales. Because most times when lead message you, they're not going to buy from you the first time. Most times, very few persons will buy from you the first time, which are people who are ready. That's why retargeting ads are important, and that's why follow-up is important also when running Meta ads. So if you're not making sales, ask yourself, are you using the right ad objective? Are you using the right ad objective? Then the sales objective, the second one, is important. Why? Because it is the best to use when running ads to a landing page or to a seller page. If you use seller to sell digital products, especially if you sell digital products like digital marketers and course creators, yes, or you sell hair and you want them to buy from your website, it's good, very important. So you have to install the Meta Pixel. I'll begin a video on how to do that very soon. You have to install the Meta Pixel to that landing page or to your website, and then you see that Meta will track the people who make purchases, or you can track people who visit a particular section of your landing page, maybe the contact section or the shopping cart, so you can run a special ad to retarget them. Do you understand? So the sales objective campaign is good when you're running ads to a website or a landing page, especially if you're selling digital courses, or if you're selling digital products, courses, or especially if you're selling hair or anything online, using that website objective, anything that to do with a website, the sales objective is important, so you can track everything that goes on on your website. And the second reason why you're not making sales is because you are not playing in a big enough market. Before you go into any business yourself, ask yourself, is this market a big enough market? Is this market a big enough market? Until you ask yourself this question, then you're only going to be wasting money in that market or in that industry. Yes, very, very important. Don't be, if you're not playing in a big enough market, then there is no amount of ad you're going to run that is going to rescue you. Yes, there is no amount of ad you're going to run that's going to help you make sales. That is why you don't just rush to do any business. No, you have to ask yourself and research on that market. What is the market like? What is the demand like? Research on that product you want to sell. Research on that services you want to offer. Yes, because if you're running ads in a super niche market, it can be helpful, right? But it will limit your ad. Yes, because if you're playing in a market where there are a lot of customers buying or patronizing that market, then you are going to be wasting money, because and your cost per click and your ad spend is going to be higher, because Meta is struggling to find customers for you. So the first thing you should do before going into any business, before you start thinking about sales, is that you should ask yourself, how big is this market? Like now, digital marketing market is a big market. A lot of people are in need of digital marketing services. So if you're going to digital marketing, you can see that it will be easy for you because it is a ready-made market. It's a market that every business owner needs. So you will not struggle to find a client. I have a student who I'm currently teaching, and we've never finished our classes, and he's already getting clients that want to patronize his services. I want to hire him as their media buyer and digital marketer. So you can see that in my kind of industry, in the marketing industry, you can see that it is very easy to find customers and clients, because doing this will help your ad to perform better. Doing this will help you to make sales and make money better. Makeup is in high demand. Food is in high demand. Now, there are three major essential needs of man: food, clothing, and shelter. So you know that if you're playing any of these three industries in this market, you will not be able to find customers. But playing in an industry where the customers are, their product or service is not highly in demand, you will struggle. So you have to find and play in a big market if you want to make sales. Sometimes the business you're doing itself is limiting you from making sales. Yes, the business you're doing itself is highly limiting you from making sales. It's not about the ad creative, it's not about the products, it's about the services, it's the business itself. And there's no shame in admitting that you're in the wrong market and quitting and going to a market that will treat you better and that has more customers for you to get and more money for you to make. So play in a big market. Research before going into any business and find out how big this market, what is the entire market valuation, and you will see that when running ads, you're going to make sales easily. I'm sure you've not heard this somewhere else before, and I'm going to tell you, play in the big markets. And then finally, promote one big offer. I was watching Don Mattel's latest video, and he said something that market one product for 1 year and see whether you will not make sales. Yes, have one product or have one offer. Package a particular, like I always say, package your highest selling products or services. Put up one big offer around it, or of it, and promote it with ads. I can tell you're going to make sales. Because you're trying to sell everything. You're doing makeup, you want to sell lipstick, you want to sell this, you want to sell that. You're doing food, you want to sell indomie, you want to sell yam, you want to sell rice. No! What are people buying currently the most in my business? What product or service are they hiring me for now more? I had that conflict of interest, and the moment I solved that issue, now I get customers easily. I was trying to push what I feel people need, not what people are already getting from me easily. For instance, many people want to hire my ad services, but I was trying to push my academy more. And I saw that I was not making as much money as I'm to make. But when I started pushing my services more, when I started pushing them hire my services more, I saw that I started making better money and more money than me trying to push academy. And funny enough, you see that me pushing that high in demand service indirectly will flow and affect my academy. Will create his own demand on his own without sweat. So are you pushing one offer or not, then we're not making sales because you're not pushing one big offer. Find your most in-demand product or service. And I always say that, I'll say to my favorite videos, I'll say it over and over again. Find your most in-demand product or services and promote it. Create one big offer around it. People like plantain and egg. They're ordering it more. But yet you want to push spaghetti and egg. You're going to waste money with your ads. If people are ordering it organically and that's what they want already, when you promote it, you know that you're going to even get 10x more people than the other things you're selling. I can see whether you want to become the plantain and egg woman or vendor. This is it. These are the simple things that you're doing that is stopping you from making sales. If you want to make explosive sales this year in 2026, then I can tell you do all of this and you're going to make a lot of money. Yes. And now, if you're still struggling on what to do, then I want to encourage you to join my beginner class of just 50,000 naira at my Digital Marketing Academy online. The classes are recorded and we meet every day by 2 p.m. Tuesday to Fridays to discuss all your pain points on a Zoom meeting or Google Meet meeting. So tap the link in the description to join the academy and then subscribe to this channel if you found this valuable. I'm glad I'm able to share my knowledge with you. See you in my next video. I love you. I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful, let me know in the comments and let me know what video you want me to do next. Bye bye.